Today's class is on planning. Okay, you're able to see the screen, PPT?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, very good. So now we are getting into second unit. Okay, we will be studying what is meant by plan. Then we will be studying about types of planning. Then we will be studying about steps in planning. Okay, now we have to talk about what are the different types of plans. Okay, classifications or types of plans. If they ask, you have to write all these things. Please take it down. Vision, mission, objectives, strategies, policies, procedure, practices, regulations, bar rules, and budget. You can even draw it like a flow diagram. After you write, you have to let me know.
Over, ma'am.
Finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now, yes?
Last two, ma'am.
Yeah, write correctly.
Finished, ma'am.
Yeah. Now coming to the definition for planning. What is meant by planning? We already have some definitions, but we have to now go in depth into it. Planning is concerned with the end what you're trying to achieve. Okay. Planning is the end what you're trying to achieve, and it is also related to the way in which you are going to achieve it. So we have to decide what is to be done and how is to be done. Okay, so planning is attaining the objectives of the organization. Okay, so we plan for attainment of a goal and how you are going to attain that goal. Okay, so plans, you would have not heard about these words, right? So these are the other names for plan. Okay, vision, mission, objective, strategy, policy, procedure, practices, rules, regulations, budget are all called as plans only. Okay, so we have to develop a comprehensive hierarchy of plans to integrate and coordinate activities. So we will be seeing which is long-term plan, which is short-term plan, which is strategic plan, which is tactical plan. Okay, all these classifications also we will be studying very elaborately. Okay, what we know earlier is something very different. Planning means what? Now you have to, you will be saying forecasting what is going to happen in the future. That is what is called as plan. Okay, we will forecast what will happen in the future. அதுதான் வந்து plan சொல்லுவோம். But here we will be in any organization, the main sort of businesses we have to forecast what product will be needed, how you will get the resources, how you could organize, how will you make it possible, and then what are you going to do now, if this is going to happen, how will you tackle it. So all these things you have to fix it prior. because that particular fine day morning you cannot do it, isn't it or not? So we have to establish, or we have to be prepared for anything and everything. So for that only we call it as plan. Okay, so please take it down. Are you writing? Planning is concerned with ends, what is to be done in brackets, as well as with means, how it is to be done. Talking about planning of an organization will have different levels of plan. So we know top level, middle level, bottom level, right? Likewise, the same thing here also applies. The first three top level, next three middle level, bottom three actually bottom level. Okay, so they will be concentrating more on that. So who will do which plan? The top level will do top three, middle level will do middle, and the last three will be done by the bottom level managers mostly. Okay, so implementation will be done more by the bottom level managers. Formulation will be done more by the top management. Okay, have you written this definition? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, have you written finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, finish. See this? Why should you plan? What is the reason for planning? Straight away, can't I go and do that work? Why should I plan for it? Why should I think in advance? So for that only we have got reasons or benefits or advantages. Any question, same answer only, guys. Why? Reasons for planning, benefits of planning, advantages of planning, need for planning. So whatever question they ask, you have to give the same answer. Because the first point is, look at the ring outside. There will be change in the environment. Okay, so there will be some changes in the taste and preferences of the customer. There will be some change in the raw material price. There will be change in the economic conditions. There will be change in the, supposing you are into the automobile segment, due to pollution they will stop some vehicles. So you cannot keep manufacturing vehicles of your own. So you have to do it according to standards prescribed by the government. Okay, so you will have change in the environment. So you need to plan to accommodate the changes in the environment. Okay, that is a ring what you have put it at the put in this. And there are four important reasons why we need to actually plan. The first one is you have to set a standard. So until otherwise you set a standard, you cannot actually control. So planning is actually setting a standard, what you will do and how you will do. That standards you will be setting up. Okay, we call it a standard of operations. So we have to set the standard. Then the planning will actually give you direction. So how to do it, we are knowing from planning only. So it will provide you directions. Then the third thing is, it will minimize waste and redundancy. Since we know what has to be done, we will do it in a correct way. Otherwise we will make things waste. Okay, so we will trial and error you will make, and then it will go waste. Your time, energy, everything will go waste. Then the fourth point is, it will reduce the impact of change. So since we are prepared for what change is going to happen, and we will be having plan A, plan B, so it will reduce the impact of change which is happening in the environment as well. So these are the four important reasons or benefits or advantages or purpose or need for having plan. Okay, so write that. Title எழுதிட்டு round எழுது. Managers only will be doing the planning process. So whatever I have taught you, planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling are the activities of the managers. They are not the activities of the worker. Okay, so you have to actually know thoroughly about all these 5 functions. After you write, you let me know. Any doubt, please stop me at that point and ask me.
Not finished, ma'am.
Did you write this?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, see, anything and everything will have positive as well as negative. Okay, so last slide we saw about the advantages, benefits, and purpose of planning. Whereas now this particular slide will talk about what is the negativity, okay, criticism of formal planning. So what are the limitations of planning? That is here. Okay, so planning may create some rigidity. So you plan something and you have to keep up to that. For example, you are setting up some standards. You said that I need to get 80 percentage. So this is going to actually create a pressure. Okay, so that's what the first line says. Planning creates some rigidity. Then planning can't be developed for a dynamic environment. If the environment keeps on changing very fast, like it is not static, it is very much dynamic in nature, then you have to accommodate to that particular change. So it becomes very difficult. And then formal plan sometimes can replace with the intuition or some gut feeling. Sometimes you feel that something wrong is happening. So though you don't have that in your plans, you based on your intuition, it may work out. So some of the big entrepreneurs who have not got any formal education in management studies, they will actually work out with some intuition based on their experience. Okay, planning actually focuses managers' attentions on today's competition, but not on tomorrow's survival. So that also you have to keep in mind. Until otherwise, you forecast for a longer term, it focuses on today's competition only. So we don't know from which place you are going to get another competitor. Diwali, what movie did you see? Huh? Students,
Not everything, ma'am.
Diwali, what was the movie you saw?
Surya
Surya's
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
What is that?
Surya report.
Huh?
Mukutti Amman.
Yeah. Surya's movie means Mookuthi Amman.
Surya report, ma'am.
Surya reporter man.
Okay. Surya Reporter. In that, you would have seen that the competition is not for he will actually start up an aircraft, right? So he will say my competitor is not the other aircrafts. Okay, my competitor is the railways. Okay, so what happens is only people those who have got another insight, they will actually focus on different sort of competition. Okay, but here the limitation is they focus on that particular part alone. Okay, so formal planning reinforces success, which may lead to failure. Okay, this is what you need to keep it in your mind. So write all these points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points you have to write. Are you writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you writing, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, right.
Finished, ma'am.
See, planning and performance. See, formal planning generally means higher profits. higher return on assets, and other positive financial results. Okay, so planning is directly connected with the performance outcomes. Okay, so that you have to keep it in your mind. So planning, you have to concentrate on how much profit we are going to get, how much materials you are going to manufacture, how many people are going to work for getting the results done. Okay, this is what we are going to concentrate on, goods and services. Okay, so planning, the way of doing it also you have to actually concentrate on. So planning, process, quality and implementation, probably it will contribute more to high performance than does the extent of plan. So we will concentrate on bringing out more level of productivity to people. So when external environment restrictions allowed managers few viable alternatives, planning will lead to higher performance. It may not lead to higher performance, but there may be some restrictions due to environmental constraints as well, that you have to keep in mind. So the first thing is, planning will always talk about the end results, which is in financial term, positive financial conditions. Planning will also talk about the process which involves quality and implementation of the plan. Okay, but what happens is the performance sometimes gets affected because of the environmental restrictions. This is the relationship between planning and performance. Okay, guys. So planning, we concentrate on getting more money. Second thing is we concentrate on how to improve the quality and how to implement the plan. Okay, the third one is we do not know what is going to happen because of the environmental issues. Okay, will you write it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
You
fast, ma'am.
guys, now you have to write types of plans.
Ma'am,
Okay.
the last.
Hello.
And the last one, ma'am.
Okay, right.
Ma'am, finished, ma'am.
Now take this. Types of plans. We classify plans into 4 types. Okay. So here the first one is depending on the breadth of usage. Okay, how far you use it, we classify that into strategic versus tactical. Strategic planning, tactical planning. Depending on the time, time frame, we classify that into 2: long-term plans and short-term plans. Okay. Then depending on the specificity, it is actually directional plan or specific plan for one activity alone. Then depending on the frequency of usage, how many times you are going to use, depending on that, we classify plans into 2. One type is single use and other one is standing. So only one time you use that plan. So it is single use plan. And other one is standing plan. Okay, supposing you wanted to use electric train to come to university. Okay, so for the total semester. So what you do is you go and buy the pass for that. Okay, so if that is the case, you call it as a standing plan. So for the entire semester, you are going to come for 3 months, you have got the pass. Okay, so then it is standing plan. But for that day alone, you go and you get the ticket. Then it is single use plan. So okay, you get the ticket. So buying the ticket only one day is single use for that day alone. Standing, you are buying it for the entire semester. It is a plan of you to take up electric train to come to the university. So just imagine, for these small things itself, we've got this much of classification. Just imagine about an organization where so much of money is involved and so much of environmental turbulences are there, so many departments are there. So for each and everything, they will be having this planning activity. So who will do all these things? The managers will do all these things. Okay, so write all this. From the next class, I will be asking you questions and you should answer. Got my point?